Sanje Chodon Zoji Jono La Shancha Bada Dano Jetsun Dake Shenso Jebe Zonam Je Nola Pencha Sanje Draba Sho Sanje Chodon Zoji Jono La Shancha Bada Dano Jetsun Dake Shenso Jebe Zonam Je Dola Pancho Tanje Drabajo Sanje Chodan Zoje Chanola Shanja Bada Dana Japsamji Dake Shinto Jebe Tonamji Dola Pancho Sanje Drabajo. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Any questions in your practice? Any questions in your life? Any questions in your food? Okay. If you have to looking for a question, then maybe you don't have a question.
I have a question. I have a question about if you could briefly, it's not on topic with this, is that okay? It's a Dharma question.
Yeah, ask me.
Okay, thank you. Is a question about if you could give some kind of commentary on, I mean, I know I've read it multiple times in the Lamrim, you know, about the concept of collective karma and how that works with our individual karma. So how can, you know, a group of people have a collective karma, or like, you know, group of people or a country or a region have a collective karma, and then that still be the case with individuals having their own individual karma?
가서 담주 뭐 담주 안 묻지다. 담주 묻지셔. 담주 좀 묻지셔.
오케이. 당아도 초바 미망부 님도 레사자. 안에 소소 주고 소소 레사져라. 이걸 계시오 더 이거 저 간에 전에 대 파수 괜치 그랬어. 아니 가서 다 그냥 미망부지 다 님도 지 레기 되고 녀와는 대 가서 먼저 가래 레사들라.
가래 가로 토모래.
뭐래? 그래, 담미 마무님도 좀 제 레사다 소소 레사죠. 소소 담미 마무지 되고님도 녀도네. 님도 사네 때 되고래서라. 안 뒤다한테는 뒤님도 되나 소소게 사벨 되고래서 거다.
제가 소소 팀을 초대하러 소소 팀을 초대해. 이제 소소 팀 레벨 양거나 소소 팀을 초대해.
다 가르데 투모 레사도네 되네 가서 다 소소 레디어 말아.
소소 레사이로 소소 투모 레상이나 소소 팀은 초대하러 봐. 배차지나 가도 배나 투모기 총가지와나 뭐뭐지 투모 총가지와나 아니 디나라다 아니 소소기 팀주대하러 봐. 주바도시. 그 마녀라 맞다마시.
So when you say collective karma, it means, you know, many people together creating the karma, right?
Yes.
So you understand,
or like within a community. Yes.
So in the community, say like there are 10 people, and all these 10 people created karma together. And so the individually they also created the karma, because individual is included in the collected, you know, in the group. The individual is, you know, is included in the group. Therefore, you know, individually also you have created karma. But you created karma together, therefore you experience the result together.
배차지나 가도 밑쪽에 총가지 두여와나 대라 때문에 아니 주마 캡사라와는 캡사는 소소 삼아 고야 여러와. 제가 간지 소소 두벌 여러 간지.
So it's not like only you, right? It's not like created by only you. When you are creating karma with many people together, you are creating too. It's not that it's just that you are not the only person who's creating karma, but you are included there. You are creating karma. Individually, you are creating karma. And so just like when you have a business partners, right? So 10 people who are business partners owning a business. So you are included in that too, right? So you own the business too. It's like that.
제가 pena 단제 가올라 pena 또염 내도 되건 잠벨리 뭐사야 돼 처음알았다. 대강에 맞아파지 미치요 말에.
So all these 7 billion people in the world are affected by the COVID-19, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like that.
제가 다 대가도 도모를 차대요. 근데 레스 디나게 레슈 체쇼라 때네 가시 실어와 가시 마시와 가시 나사 모포와 야 이나 강이 되요레스.
So that's the collective karma, so that's the result of the collective karma of all these people, right? But then individually, there is the strength of the karma individually. There's a difference in the strength of the karma or the weight of the karma each individual has created. So that's why, although everybody is affected, in some way, right? But some people are more affected. Some people are some people become seriously ill, and some people even die. Some people don't even get any infected. They're affected, but they're not infected by the disease, right? The virus. So that's different level, of the result that they experience also. So depending on, even though it's a collective karma, but individually, they have like kind of contributed, in a different level.
제가 단다 무쪽 배나 총가서면 무차 가지드나 마타 슈치 뭐지. 가시 마타 뭐 보시라메. 가시 떼서면 대서로 인사로 왔어.
So it's like, how much, share you hold in that company, right? So even though like all these people, let's say 10 people, own the company, but each may have a different share. So he owns, 10%, or other one wants 20%, one wants only 5% like that. They all own together, but they each have different share like that.
그래서 다 다시 들으려고 인사다. 속다 배나 다다 배나 가도 배나 배나 단단 가도 배나 가도 내가서 다 미나고요 말이야. 가도 나요 강에 되어 말다. 이나야 되게 간제 리다 샘다 벤조다 강가를 강에 쳐들었어.
So
난 나고요 말이야. 강에 쳐들어.
So even though people here, we are not sick, we're not sick by this virus, right? But we are going through some difficulties. Like we are restrained from going out, doing the things that, restrained from doing the things that we want to do, and economically, and socially, and all this, it has affected us, so there's like different level, of fruit that we experience.
제가 가도 다다 냠도 루시아 고급도 라고요 말했어. 대고 강에 이러고.
And so we don't get, to be together physically.
Okay, 다 드네도 something 다 드네도.
Something like that. You can think.
다 배나야 강에 된 가래 여와지. 배나 강에 된 전화 매와 있나 다들 가라 게 강에레스. 대 소소 터모만 소소 레 그러고.
So even though there are different levels, right? So you can have a common, and then, but individually, each person can have a different level of, affected. How badly are you affected? How lightly you are affected? It depends. So it depends on how much karma you have really contributed, at that time when you were created. It's like how much share you put in,
Okay. Thank you.
Oh yeah. 다 드네래 다 아니다. 다 가도 네 갑래야 간지 리다 샘다 벤조다 간지는 사마라 강에 요레스 다 강에 체절라 맞죠. 사마라 요데 버려.
So we all are affected by this, right? This pandemic, and we all have some difficulties, like the economic difficulties, the social difficulties, and many kind of difficulties, depending on some level. Some people have a higher level of difficulties, some have a lower level, but we all have some level of some kind of difficulties.
제가 가다 군대고 송소 상급발이야. 다치라 강인 체백하라 강에다 돈에 간대치기 요스. 근데 강에다라 돈에 체백하라 특으로 삼부 단계요스. 강에다 간대 이제 강에다 밭 강에다라까지 매바차야 되면도 강에다 간대 내준도스. 삼부 단계요스 송소.
So then this a news reporter, asked question to His Holiness, how do you deal with this kind of difficulties, difficult time? And then His Holiness said he will think about, the difficulty, the difficult situation. What is it? How did it come from? I mean, how did it come? And is there a solution for that or not?
제가 아니 딱 강에다라 파 줘야게 탑시였는데 딱 소소문에 강 독특 강 전주시제래. 아니 줘야로. How you can mute?
Oh, I'm mute. Sure. Sorry about that.
제가 강에다라 파 줘야 와이나 나네 고 샘티 맞아 봤지. 가지 세번 부서 맞아 봤지. 강에다 줘야게 탑시 탑는 세고 그래서.
So if you can escape, from the difficult situation, then I mean, like if you can free yourself from the difficult situation, if there is a solution for that, then you can apply the solution, without going through so much difficulties, or without being depressed and so forth.
제가 야다 강에 들으시네 다 줘야 지금 매매되는 이바는 다 코치야 소소 다 지왕하면 사실 레전드에 다 내가 레전드에 뭐지 봐 세도 그래서 대해서 못 pen거서 봐.
And if it's something that you cannot get rid of, cannot escape from, or cannot get rid of, then one can think, there's no way but to experience it. Then you can think, by experiencing this, I have exhausted all these negative karmas that I've created since beginner's time. You can think like that, and then that way also you'll feel better.
네 대단지 안에 한 잠잠변의 소소 같은데 가르치고 하마고 다치 다가로 고로 탐에 되고라 야 소소 이제에서 미라 계자티 안에 가르치는 야사레스 대대로 조사하려면 구미세게 남때 매바야야 파트 계제셔는 소소가 샘게 테스트 주고 맞춰도.
Then again, if you don't have any ideas or clues on how to get rid of it, how to be free from it, then you can ask people that you trust, or you believe in. And it doesn't have to be somebody very highly qualified who has the solution like that. It can be a normal friend, even though they might not have a full 100% solution for you, but just by talking about that, it will kind of make it lighter for you.
그때들에서 단단하다는 전화표만 강로도 열었어. 제가 내 콘솔에 주쇼에는 저와 맞다고 되게 시사면도 렌더 계셔 시사면도 가르나 코도 남바치는 말했어. 난로사 파지 자샤잖네 자샤 급축 고거도 남바치는 말해. 제가 아니 남중아도 지 렌더에서다 진 저와 맞다고 해야다. 근데 저와 되게 시사 주고도 모두 이번에 딱 코로나서 계셔도 제 녀지 아니 대래 템베가 다 소중하네. 고도 냠도 오지 소소 강에데 냠도 주 돌고 위해서라고 제와이나 니 봐줘도 코스는 패거도.
So it's really true that even though you can't give a solution to their problem, but just by listening to their problem, and then just participating, in their problem, I say, oh yes, that's really true. Yeah, that's true. If you say like that, just by saying that, the other person feels better. Like Geshe said, he goes to Dana-Fiber clinic, right, the cancer clinic, and people there are 99% not Buddhist, right? So the patients there, they are not Buddhist, so you can't talk to them about Buddhism. You can't talk about death and impermanence. That would be like really, a very sensitive issue, right? People who are dying and then talking about death and impermanence, would be not appropriate. And then also there's no way to talk about karmic law of cause and effect. You can't say that, oh, this is because of your own negative karma. Not like that. You can't say that, right? And so what you do is you just listen to them. And then you just like say, oh, yes, I understand. I can feel you. If you just by saying that or just by listening, it makes them feel much better. So that way you can also lighten their suffering or sorrow.
제가 드네르셨다. 저한테 제가 드네르다. 코라서 받는 땅 어따코 나베 자와레스 그 땅을 고 이치서 가지 딱 지치나 콜 탑시오레 삼바 땅을 제트케 말이나 고조 계셔 되냐 남주 약본도 때는 된데 배게도.
And so they're thinking that because I'm a Buddhist monk, so they think I have some means or methods to get rid of there. But then there's nothing I can do. But just listening to them, makes them feel better.
제가 드네레 안에 단대 차서다 수에나 남중 가서 강에 만본 책이래. 강에 만본 돈에 책을다. 다 가서 마셔야 돼. 봐시 롱압주나야 순창에다 롱압주나 되더라도 가스 제가 가도 메체나라 다 지금 가서 가로 다 냠냠 먹어 사다다 까지 지도.
So we have to practice to forbear, to tolerate the situation. And of course many of us here are above 40-50 years old, and so we have gone through so much, already so much in our life.
제가 가도 냠냠 마요. 제가 강에라 돈에 가도 마치 제신 그래.
So we have more experience with the things that happen in our life, right? And so we are more experienced, and we have more skillful means to tolerate the situations.
제가 내가 저 가데나야 생주차야 말스. 소소소 뽑아고 그래.
So you should always the one important thing is to always have confidence in oneself. Should never be discouraged.
소수문에 소소라 내가 뽑아 예반나 때때 채통 그래.
So if you have a confidence, then you'll be able to do it.
제가 가도 소수 싸움 따다라 빼 가로 내가 침몰하기도.
And also, of course, it makes a big difference, in a way we think by ourselves, right? Just the way we think about things, makes a big difference.
제가 다 단단한 가도 도임내도 되겠다. 그 미드 초단듯이 미모션 로드 와다 있는 로아한테 나서 코 넣어 대대도. 네가 다다 자나라 단다 나서 심파고도. 제가 코 딱 네가 서워도 돼.
So like this, there's the situation now, the COVID-19. And it's increasing. It's there, and it's increasing all the time. But people, doesn't seem to be so much worried now anymore. They're going out and hanging out in the groups and not following the guidelines of social distancing and so forth. And not wearing masks. And so that they think it's over, but it's not over. There's still more, right? So you can see in the news that more and more people are getting infected by this. And now in China, it's also again happening more. So it's even increasing more in China now. So nowadays, there are so many people with the COVID-19 in Beijing itself also.
어제 대제다 안에 가디나 단단나 삼섭적이나 강에 텔레 치안테 시그레.
So therefore, it's good to be conscientious, because there could be even more or bigger outburst.
제 가서 담보 미사마 하라오지사. 저로바 챙에 마음보다 지 멤버에나 자카오에나 익직직 다 쇼다 관계지 책에도 다 지치나 파들도.
So before, at the beginning, everybody were like so worried about it, and then like caring about each other. The doctors, the organizers, organizations, and even the country, are coming together, to help each other. But now, it's becoming less and less of that, and it might become worse.
어제 제다나 안 소소 셈라탄들이 단단들이 네가 차 용쓰게래 삼네. 대응 감라 맞지.
And so in the mind, it will be good to be prepared. and things, it can get, even worse than that. You can think like, be prepared by thinking like that, but don't be terrorized.
Okay, that's channel namju sambo tantar that.
Yeah, so anyway, no need to like panic, so anyway, so just the way you should think, on a daily basis.
Okay, tanga to that tiri gona gom de jade genda gom de capture.
So again, we're going to do some meditation tonight.
And that tiri ngado ug jong to gom ge das.
So we're going to do meditation on breathing in and out.
아니 pena charazo desa de na beta pena metok damrando saja yapo jo samta ani tela ya amjo na chi shashi ke ndo de yapo ko ye wa samta ani tela so utla ya u ya no nge bu ya no yo sam ma do te chang samta de do kama pena kama kashi de do ma do to sembal helendo yo kores.
Imagine you are in a very beautiful place outside, in the meadow, with a nice, beautiful sceneries, parks or meadow, or gardens with the flowers and plants, and hearing the beautiful birds chirping of bird, and the beautiful sound of bird chirping, like that, and then now watch your breathe, and as you breathe out, think you're breathing out, and as you breathe in, think you are breathing in. So do like that for about 5 minutes.
대야 지역깔아 소소베다 우트 템깔아 야바다 답인 종화가 내처 대소고 지금 맨나도 소소 나야 용거요 삼지 마르가라 소소치 레제나다 샘지도 와서 빠져서 마 도커도 소코 나머지도 마도 소 삼지 대주보라고 템때 겁니다.
So when you inhale, imagine inhaling all the the vitamins, minerals, herbs, all the medicinal herbs and all these things that are good for your body. You're inhaling that. And then as you exhale, imagine all the negativities, all the sickness, all the disease, all the harms, spirit harms, and so forth, goes out of you in the form of a black soot or liquid.
Okay. Okay. how to meditation. Do a little bit of meditation, okay? Oh yeah. That's another thing that looked in the Panduga. Yeah. That Katanga Kawale data.
So where are we now? You know which page number in our text?
Well, we finished all of the names for the ground. So page 36 is where we ended.
Okay. Today, Martha Lata, Tico Holma, Tejan Tola Pachemalado, Tozoma Lapsamare.
그래?
Tabaji Tripaja, that Jesuit had Jesult.
계수들을
She tell it through.
이모들에게 순발해. 이 계수들이 포솔들 그래.
I'm positive.
포솔들. So it's in page 26, where it talks about the method of moving from ground to ground. I think before that we went through the uninterrupted path and path of release, of the path of seeing and path of meditation, right?
Yeah, actually, sorry. Yeah, we jumped ahead a little to page 34. But yeah, going back, I think we left off on page 25, how the Mahayana grounds are produced.
알아, 계수들이죠. 더 포솔들 권하더니 계수도 되죠.
계단들은도 주니라 세제나 냐마집에 대전 유전화 치유 준비 이시 대전도라 바제만어 대전도라 남달라 야자 특질을 제대 데려베
Rishita. So an exalted wisdom of the great supreme mundane quality of the path of preparation of the Mahayana, that is a meditative equipoise on pointedly on suchness and uninterrupted path of the path of seeing of the Mahayana, and the path of release of the path of seeing of the Mahayana are generated in one session of meditative equipoise. Then 냠새치가 깨졌어. 대상마.
냠새치가 깨졌어.
저놈 초조 제모지. 나는 돈안 벌지면은 돈안 넘걸럼. 숨디.
다들 고죠. 다 냠새치듯이 간제 니로 고다 니 고다 찌라 대강가 용고를 했어.
So meditative equipoise, right? So in one meditative equipoise, one session of meditative equipoise means like one night of sleep, So you go to sleep, and then all these things happen, and then when you wake up, you are in a different state.
제가 전화 친구 친구 이 시대가 돈영에서 가디 또만에 대대적으로 빠져만 차로 그래. 그 돈이라 냐바자 빼나. 자라로나 파고 제제제제제제고 제 맞다고 그 제는 그 제로 되노. 전화 친구 친구 이 시대가 파 돈바니나 냐바자 뛰는 그 돈영에서 돈으로 그랬어. 대 가디 돈나 대적으로 빠져만 차로 그래.
So you understand that right now. So when you are in the supermundane quality of the path of preparation, you go into meditation on the suchness or emptiness, and then you meditate. The moment you come to realize that realize that suchness or emptiness directly, then you have already moved up. So in that same meditation, you keep on meditating, and then after some time, then you come to realize it directly. So the moment you realize emptiness directly, you have moved up. To the path of seeing.
예전에 가도 심하지도 케네야 캄바나라 파도나 골야 레고 어디 나라 가세 레와든지 나기 나코도 코 파파파파 yendo와 오다 대로 로고다 되지더라 빠치마데.
So you can imagine like you are holding a lamp in your hand in the night, right? And so as you enter into the building, so as you come through the door and go into the building, more and more you come inside, and then more and more bright it will become with the light of the lamp. And so it becomes more light, and then that much more dispels the darkness.
제가 대저도로 바시면한테 같이 슉 채와 탐지 그런 거까지 저와대 같이 대저도로 바시면은 제가 제와다 안에 저와대 공가로 다 매가 차로.
So, so the moment you develop that uninterrupted path, the path of seeing, then you apply the antidote to that corresponding delusion or the grasping at the true existence.
오케이. 다 되지 다대 아니 가로তে 사회의 제바 가디 빵와나 아니 다고 남나라 차서 그래.
So that time it serves an antidote to the acquired grasping at the true existence, right? And so the moment when it has abandoned that, then you achieve, so you achieve the path of release, of the path of seeing.
오지. 다 대체서 거다 다고 고랑은 눈에 내가 제사하다 때는 그 제답을 드려고 다 야라는 거래. 쇼케나도.
And so when you have abandoned that, then you achieve the path of release. Then you are done, with that job. You're done with your job, of killing that acquired delusion or the grasping at true existence at that time, and then you get out of, or you come out of the meditative equipoise.
다된 돈아반 돈아단 전 돈아 제도시래. 뭐 다된 돈아 차다. 다디가도 다양고 다고 방자 끄다 방사 다 현재 방야 제도 아니 다 구소는 못 속사고.
So he has abandoned the acquired grasping or apprehension of the true existence at that time. And now he's but he still has the innate apprehension of true existence, and so now he has to come out of the meditative equipoise to accumulate merit, to be able to abandon the innate the grasping at true existence.
어디지? 다 되는데 다 되게 아니 다 야고 동반이라 냐바샤 마타바라 냐바샤 뭐자고도 근데 아니 다 대서 잡아봐야 치도 손은 거 가서 싸고와도 싸 손이 싸네 싸바라 때네 대 가디 빠니도 도마나 아니 동반이라 파 냐바샤로 동반이 냐바샤로래 아니 사도 뭐 고나냐지 차로 그래서.
And then, like it says here, following that, the exalted wisdom of the meditative equipoise to the first ground, which is neither of the two, unended part of the first ground or the path of release, is generated. Following that, the unended part of the path of meditation of the first ground is generated. That and the path of release and of the second ground are generated in one session of the meditative equipoise. Takare tambuda sanibе namdolamrebe.
사도 뭐 고나 바체만하다 산이백에 남로라 냠치고다 가나 고나 바체만하라 사동부 고나 제타 시오 말다 사동부 고나 제타 시오 말 사동부 고나 남로라 요 말 제다 사동부 고나 바체만하 대다 산이백 남로라 산이백 고나 바체만하 고까지 잡아 가디 바나 산이백 남로라 차로
알아 사담부 요 말아
사탐부 고나요 말은 도나요란 도나로 살아와. 다 매야데 사탐부 고나 제타 이시오야 말에 사탐부 고나 남라라세요 말에.
알레 사탐부 고람 제도 이시데 남라라니 요 말에. Okay. So it's like it says here, right? So you the second ground the part of the release of the second ground are generated in one session of meditative equipoise. So the uninterrupted part of the first ground and the part of release of the second ground are generated in one meditative equipoise. And so during the first ground, there's no subsequent attainment of the first ground. So no subsequent attainment of the path of meditation, the first ground of the path of meditation. Golam satamura, golam yomares.
고나 남라라 요 말에서.
사tambu golam namdula yomares.
하나 사도 뭐 고나 제타시오.
So the subsequent attainment of the first ground of the path of meditation. There's no subsequent attainment of the first ground of the path of meditation, and then there's no path of release, of the first ground, of the path of meditation.
그때서 고배든 내가 배자는 도와서 안에 대전 통로 남도나 냠자 티치라지 디제스 대전 통로 제도시 제스 딱고 제도 세점성 와서.
So what happens is you go into meditation, on the uninterrupted, path, of the first ground of path of meditation, and then through that, and then when you have abandoned that, then you achieve the path of release, of the second, second ground, of the path of meditation.
사동부게 말 사동부 통로
사당부 고람 벌지 멜람라텐 고람 벌지 멜람다 안에 산입에 남들람 튼지게.
사동부 고나 받지 말라다. 산입에 남 터지게 버렸어.
Yeah, so the uninterrupted part of the first ground of the path of meditation, and the path of release, of the second ground of the path of meditation, are generated in one meditative voice.
대시다 켜서 옆에는 사동부 통로에는 통로 받지 말라 내려지 되는 넘어를 계기와.
So this is a little bit confusing, right? Because if it is a path of seeing, the first you generate, the uninterrupted path of the path of seeing, and then you generate, then you develop the path of release of the path of seeing.
다 사니발 파져도 다 사동부 고나나 파져도나 가나 고나 남도나 매와 있어. 고나 남도나 고나 받지 말라래 라베게 남도나 사니발 남도 차려고 했대.
So because there is no path of release, in the first ground, of the path of meditation. So therefore, when you first enter into the meditation on the uninterrupted path of the first ground of path of meditation, and then then when you have abandoned, so you apply the antidote, during the uninterrupted path of the first ground of path of meditation. And then when you have, through that antidote, when you have abandoned, already abandoned that the corresponding apprehension of the true existence, then you come out, you achieve the path of release of the second ground, and you achieve the path of release of the second ground, path of meditation.
Okay, understand? Any questions? You guys good?
Is it
Okay.
Geshe? Is it like the first going into meditation is the preparation or preparing the ground, and then the second part is taking action? Is it like that?
가서
말아도 당부대 되는 건저 벌써 이 다릭자로 좋아져 그렇지. 아니 이번에 되는 다 무슨 원이 증들어서 무슨 라는 땅에 들어서
말만 담보대 라랭고 땅에 니바다 라레 때문에 되어 잡아.
No, in this case it's different. In this case is the first is the actual action, and then the second is the fruit of the action.
Ah, interesting. Okay, very good. Thank you. That's
다
interesting.
다 들려맞지와 다 되네 전에 가지 사타보네 다 사치와 받는 로다 지바로 어떤 지로 그랬어.
So like that, then it's the same way, you go from the first ground and all the way up to the 10th ground.
오케이. 다들 되네로 다들
사니베 가서 사니베가 빠진 멜람다 안에 사순베 남들람니 다 튼지거라.
도적제가 다들.
So like that, so the second, so the uninterrupted part of the second ground of path of meditation, and the path of release, of the third ground of the path of meditation are achieved in the same, in one meditative course.
I see.
Make sense?
Yeah, interesting. Thank you.
다 사니베가 다 남로라요. 남로라래 라베가 근데 사니비 제탑시 돼 제가. 근데 제다위시 되게 아니 이식 쏘는 거 조사네 다 아니 산이병어까지 빠져 된다 가디 빠도나 아니 산이병이 받지만 하잖아. 다 대단 사시면 나는 되게 기한 거다.
And so when you go into meditation on uninterrupted path of the first ground of the path of meditation, right? When you see that you have the potential to abandon it, then you go into meditation on that. And then when you go into meditation on that, then you abandon with that. You abandon the moment you abandon, then you achieve the path of release of the second ground of the path of meditation. And then from there, you come out of the meditative equipoise, and now you are in the subsequent attainment of the second ground, of the path of meditation, right? And then from there, you develop, so then again, you during that time you accumulate merit, and then when you see that you have the potential to abandon the next level of the delusion, right, corresponding delusion, of the second ground, like when we talk about the great, the great, medium, great, small, right? So first one is the great, and then when you see that you have the potential to overcome that grasping, that the great medium apprehension of the true existence, and then you go into meditation on meditation emptiness, which will be the uninterrupted path of the second ground of the path of meditation, right? And then with that, when you overcome that delusion by applying that antidote, when you overcome that delusion, then you already have achieved the path of release of the third ground of path of meditation.
Like
that. So do you understand? Is it clear?
Okay. How about Bob? Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just wondering how long these meditation lasts. Is it like days or years or?
Parchemelam garsa gomdugane dene te gomne dene ta dengone parche den monye ngoga ginyembo ngoga ta dibade nam pawana ana ko namdo to degora namdo to wada dene ko nyamchane ya laangora ta diparo di tama tunjig더라다 nyamcha tunjig라 nyamcha dene nyamcha tunjigde dene gyununglo yung거랬어
다들 배전에 세워서 요 말에 간토만 현토만요 이때 예를 보여도 가보셔야만도 간나 쏘는 거 속사가 가다 되냐봐 마차병에 거 사가도 와
그래
내가 제가
취직하시 니마치 나와지
근데 취직하시려나 로치도 가가 나와지도 봐 지나 취직하시고 왜나 가나 그 내가 그 내가 제가 다들 강가 제대로.
So Bob, is saying that Geshe is saying that he hasn't seen exact number of the time or the length of the time that it has mentioned, but usually but shouldn't take that long, could be a day or a couple of hours or a day of meditation, so the most important thing is to prepare, right? So that during the post-meditative equipoise or during the subsequent attainment, whatever necessary merit is needed to abandon that, and they accumulate the merit at that time. So once you have accumulated, then you go into meditation. The meditation, going into that meditation session, should not be that long. Shouldn't be like for months or years like that. It's like going in a war, the war itself is not that long, but the preparation for the war is longer. So once you have prepared enough, and then you think that, okay, now I think I can go into a war and I can win. And when you have that kind of confidence, then you go into a war, and then you fight for so much of time, and then either you win or lose, and then that's only the time for the war. But actual preparation, getting all the things together and making sure that you can win all these things is the one that takes most of the time.
제대로라다 뒤도 코나게 뭐까지 빠져다 뻔해서 동화 나왔어. 근데 대빠져도 돈이라 더 연마샤로 그래서 남도 왔어. 뻔해서
And so it is said that when he sees that he can overcome the delusion, when he sees that he can overcome the delusion, and then he goes into meditation.
제가 때그 여러분 봐서 거기서 말해 그때 빠져도 연마샤고 해도 그게 빠토도 건 통과해야 돼.
Well, I don't think it takes a long time. When he sees that he can abandon, then he goes into meditation.
제가 되게 마야 돼 봐서 제답이 다 되니 가려면 냠자시고 되니 발 앞에 되게 마땅 거더라 봐서 수담부터 되죠.
So the most of the time, is spent on the post-meditative equipoise or the subsequent attainment.
오케이. 오케이. 다 되네다 오래. 다 되네. 저랑 고모 먹고지 되네다 오. 다 되네 다 사치와 놓다 치바치 잘했어.
So like that, so same way, we go through, right? All the way up to 10th ground.
다 대계산데 두지래. 다 가래 보는 포사데 다 냠장 파거래서 다 소소 왔. 바체 말안에 남보랑도 왔어.
And so that's how it's produced, right? And then now talking about the third one is talking about method of moving from ground to ground. And here it says movement, is from meditative equipoise to meditative equipoise.
오케이. The all matching do us.
It says because one moves, from an uninterrupted path to the path of release. So uninterrupted path of the first ground to the path of release, of the second ground.
오케이. 되면 저 저봐도 다들 가도 랍터 냠자 파도 저 바체 말안에 남발라 파그래서 되다.
So it says moving from an uninterrupted path, to the path of release. This is because at the time of moving from the first ground to the second ground, one moves from the uninterrupted path of the first ground to the path of release of the second ground. And similarly, at the time of moving from the seventh ground to the eighth ground, and another path to the seventh ground or to the path of release and the eighth ground. And so it's it's the same thing that we already talked about.
어제 다들 오들 같이 일로 와.
같이 가도 되나?
대다스. 사덤반에 제와 법이 다 법이죠. 그래서 사 돈본에 이번 법에서 사돈보 받침만원에 남발라 법이 법 연는 보스. 덤반에 제와 다 법이죠. 대다 저번에 산지사 대담 법이죠. 대나 사집에 깨지 타마시베 받침만원요. 대전에 사기비 토마라 집에 남발라자 예비셔. 어디 같이 들으면 되다.
같이 말이죠.
야. 다들 노동하고 그래. 놓았어. 사집이
This follows because it is like this, even at the time of moving from the 10th ground to the Buddha ground. Therefore, an uninterrupted path that is generated in the last moment of the 10th ground exists, and similarly, also the path of release that is generated in the beginning of the 9th ground exists.
제가 사지와 계시 담는다 사지와 타마들이 대바체만으로 텔레톤으로 그 남도나 산진으로 왔어.
So again, from the 사주바들아. 사주바 바르지멜람비.
사지와 바체만으로 톤으로 다 텔레톤 남도나 산지차로.
And so the 10th ground, the last ground, right? The 10th ground. So when you go into a meditation on the uninterrupted path of the 10th ground, and then you apply the antidote, to that the corresponding delusion, right, of that ground. And when you have abandoned that, then you move, then you achieve the path of release. And so the path of release that you achieve after through the uninterrupted path of the 10th ground, is the Buddhahood, right? So that path of release, they go there, right?
They go there.
Then the number go there shower.
남도 go there 샤야 말았어. 아니 남도 남지. 다 뒤질라 안랑 거지 빠 drop pangwa ye tele
Pangjadi.
pangwa
Pangbadi
go
gobe. And so that part of release, right? The part of release. 남도 코로나 the 상계 사체가.
ya sanje lam자 sanje 있던다
상계사.
이 shuksa 들어와
So that path of release, right? The path of release that is abandoned, after applying the antidote, to the corresponding corresponding obscurations, and by the uninterrupted path of the 10th ground, right? So through that, when you apply that, and then through that, when you achieve the path of release, so that path of release is the Buddha, is the Buddha ground, and so that that path of release, is the wisdom truth body, of the Buddha, and then so that cessation of having ceased all that delusion, right? All that obscuration, that cessation, is the nature truth body of the Buddha.
okay. Any questions? Yes.
I think I read that there's 112 acquired afflictive obscurations that are removed on the path of seeing. Is that correct?
Yeah, 대단히 어려운 거랬어.
Yeah, it will come later. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's just interesting that the path of seeing, everything is removed in one uninterrupted path and one liberated path, but then as you get on the grounds, it's like you go into meditation and out of meditation and then for the various levels. Okay, I'll wait till we get there.
돈방 시럽자다 제.
돈방 연대 가서 돈방 꼰다서. 돈방 꼰다. 야다 주니.
돈방 예접자다 주니. 돈방 시럽자다 제.
왜? 대고 꼰다 말아. 연대도 꼰다 말아. 꼰다다 내게 깨져 말아. 꼰다라 샤워. 꼰다라 샤워.
근데 그다음 돈방 가면 그거다 샤워.
네. 연대 자단 게 쉐디
아니 예접자다 주니. 시럽자다 제.
So there is the obstruction, the deluded obstruction and obstruction to knowledge. There's acquired obstruction, deluded obstruction, and acquired obstruction to knowledge. So there are 112 acquired deluded obstructions and 108 acquired obstruction to knowledge. So that are all abandoned on the path of seeing.
아대산이 샤워자발 안에 덴바시치 안에 zukan zumikum dekam zukan zumikum tesumchi darajani shegor.
So when we when that is applied, so those will be like so how many are in the desire realm? So that's it will be related with the Four Noble Truths, related with the three realms. So how many of them are in the desire realm, and how many of them in the form realm, and how many of them are in the formless realm?
Okay. Any other questions? Oh, Marcus there. I thought Marcus not there. You sleeping? You sleeping behind that?
I'm still here writing in my notebook.
What are you doing?
Writing in the book, trying to catch up.
Do you catch?
No, I'm way behind.
Okay, it's okay. Anyway, it's okay. It's complicated, okay? It's very complicated also. There's so many numbers. Now we go to the obstructions.
Obscurations.
Obscurations. There's so many numbers, very complicated. But in a party, nature shut down.
So it's just the many, counting in many different ways, but it's just the regular delusions that we know of, attachment, anger, ignorance, and so forth. So the bodhisattvas also abandoned the same thing. We were advised to abandon. So you don't have to, be depressed, thinking that you are not able to abandon.
Okay? 제가 샘슈 차야 말해. 근데 저 자와이나 텐데가 바자샤거다. 바자쇼 샤요.
So you should not be discouraged. If you study this, definitely will leave very strong imprint in our minds.
제가 사자 밴드 다요래. 리파 남바 치아 랍스. 텐데 케바 마체자 가로 지지 실은 놀레마 다세죠. 간다. 자 산이 시야나 트리 장고 그래서. 대자는 저 산이 전에 따죠. 텐데 케바 제가 말아서 개야 말해서. 저랑게 바나 단다 빼자지 무지 바나 물파 쪼셔야나. 고무자 쪼셔나 다도 고무자 요 말해서. 얘나 주마 쪼도 틀려야 여러 대도 주바리. 개와 주마라 저한테 배치 땅 덮그래서 소요.
So the Sakya Pandita, is a great scholar, said that even if you're going to die tomorrow, you should study today. You should still study today, even if you're going to die tomorrow. So you're going to die tomorrow. If you study today, there's no way you can become expert. There's no way you can become a scholar, right? Because you're going to die tomorrow. In one day, there's no way you can become a scholar. But you should still study because that leaves a strong imprint in your mind that when you are reborn again, then you can get it easily. Just like when you lend $10 to somebody, you don't have a $10, but then then you can get it back from that person. You don't have it now, but there's a way to get that back. So you will get that back just like that. When you leave the imprint in your mind, you will get that back later.
제가 텔레 바차샤제 왔다 저 가르지 하고 있으나 단대 갑랑 알아서 하고서 미카시 간제 소소소 터모만 바지 간에 시에를 놓아 소소 터모만 바 가실 가실 텔라면 찔만 그냥 셴바야 보신 거지 야 셴바 되거나 셴바까지 소소 카카카도 되게 제왕하면 바차이 말하라게 그래.
So how do we prove that that you leave imprint in your mind? It's just like now, now we have a different level of understanding. Some people are smart in this way, some people are smart in that way. So not one person is smart in every way. So why is he smart in that way but not in that way? And then why that other person is smart in that way but not in this way? It all depends on the imprint. So how you left the imprint in your mind.
Okay, everyone get one candy. Chocolate. Who wants this? I have this habit for the Tibetan kids every evening. Okay, now we can stop. Also, don't be discouraged or give up. Don't worry, it's complicated. Even the monasteries, they study like this can't. It's complicated, but we can put good imprints, okay? The main thing is be strong. Don't be discouraged. Discourage. Discourage. Okay? We have sometimes up, sometimes down. Difficult times. It's not easy, everything. But it's okay. We can deal since you're not sick. If you're sick, you're sick, a lot of people sick. Or I'm sick, you can say that. Okay?
Okay.
Therefore, we as the religious person, we just pray, they do much we can, like that. Okay. You guys good?
Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe. Thank you, Dante.
Okay, you guys finish the prayer, okay?
Good night.
I am going to another prayer. You guys finish prayer, okay?
Thank you, Geshe.
Okay, thank you. Good night.